So wonderful to be chatting with you today.
I'm really excited. And I'm also really excited that I've joined the ANAD board. So I love the fact that you're on one side and I'm on the other, but we're both here to be of service and to help people to realize that they don't have to live with an eating disorder, and that they can see these faces and know
Mhm.
that we're Black women in recovery.
I wish I had known that there were other, not just people of color, not just women, but just Black women specifically. That would have just changed things for me so much when I was younger and I was starting to really realize that something was going on with me in
Right.
regards to food and body. If I had known that, one, what this was, but then two, there were other women like me who looked like me who were experiencing this, I probably would have sought out help. First of all, I would have known what it was probably sooner. And I probably would have gotten treatment and help a lot sooner. So you're absolutely right. Representation is just so key.
Representation and also information, right? Like a lot of people who have eating disorders in BIPOC communities don't even know that they have an eating disorder. The way that I discovered, I knew something was wrong and I knew I was crazy with food, right? Like I knew like all the fasting and the starving and the binging and the purging and the running and exercise. Like I had every form of eating disorder you can have, I swear. But I was watching a movie about someone with an eating disorder, and at the end it said, if you have or know of someone who has an eating disorder, here are ways that we can, here are organizations that can help you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the light bulb moment for me, that I realized, not only was I struggling, but I didn't have to.
When I was pretty young, but I remember Tracy Gold from Growing Pains. So this is how old I am. Had this movie For the Love of Nancy, and it was about a young woman rather, with an eating disorder. And I remember watching that and relating to a lot of things in that movie, but still walking away thinking that can't possibly be me, because she was white and she was in, middle America, I think, and she was in a middle class family, and I was growing up and in Philadelphia, the inner city. I didn't grow up with a lot of money, and I didn't look like her. So it was like, that's not my reality. That couldn't possibly be me.
There weren't a lot of areas in my life that I could control. And so that's what happened. It wasn't even so much about the size of my body as much as it was about the need to control something. Food was a way that I could both comfort myself and also punish myself.
Mm.
Right. So it took on a lot of weight, in the sense of, it wasn't just food. It was everything.
What you're saying, it's like check, 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 check. I mean, and that's why these conversations are so important. And I can't even imagine if I had had this conversation with someone while I was still in my eating disorder, what that would have done. Everything you're saying, I'm like, oh my God, you see me, you know?